Hello and welcome to my 30,000th video about UChicago. We all know it's a very quirky school. We have houses and literally like the banners for the houses in the dining hall. We have like intramural cups. It's all very Harry Potter-esque. We have the infamous dollar shakes on Wednesday, which given the state of the stock market are probably going to be $3 to $4 very soon. And the infamous Reynolds seal where you can't step on the seal because you won't graduate on time. I've stepped on it many times. Maybe that's why I failed a class. But there are so many unique and fun things that I think every UChicago student should do on campus before they graduate. Just little things like going to career advancement and taking those mock interviews is literally going to help you land a job, to all of the super fun things that UChicago has to offer. So let's talk about all of it. And hey, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Priya. I talk about college and things. Yeah. So let's get straight into it. I don't think this is really in like ascending order or anything, but if you stick around, I will tell you the dumbest thing I did at UChicago. Sprinkle it somewhere in the video. So the first thing I'd say you have to do while you're on campus is SCAV. SCAV is UChicago scavenger hunt, and it's something that honestly, you'd be surprised because it's so well known about UChicago that we had the largest scavenger hunt. Like it was in the Guinness Book of World Records and everything until Google surpassed us. But a lot of students don't actually end up doing it, and I think it's that whole like quirky culture on campus that people try to avoid, and I don't know, I honestly don't know, but I actually did do SCAV. It was my fourth year, my senior year. I was like, one of my best friends was the SCAV captain, and I was like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do it. It was so fun. There are like chants at like midnight where all the teams are trying to win, and it's like a massive scavenger hunt where people like go on road trips across the country. In the 80s, someone even built a nuclear reactor, like a literal fully functioning nuclear reactor for SCAV, and it is insane. The FBI showed up on campus. Like SCAV is something I think just historically you want to be a part of it. You want to like go on a road trip or do something for SCAV where you get points for your team. There's always going to be some teams that are always kind of gonna win, but whatever team you're on, it's usually based on houses or the people you know. I think it would be super fun, and don't let the whole Chicago is too quirky and this wasn't for me and blah 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 dissuade you from doing something that's very historic, very fun on campus. The second, I would say you really have to use career advancement. This is something that propelled my professional career. I went there for resume help, I went there for mock interviews, and I had an absolutely amazing advisor. Her name is Melissa Smith, so if you can choose your advisor, would recommend going to her at career advancement. She's absolutely amazing. She took all of my profile photos and headshots with her camera for me. Like we just had a little photo shoot and it was awesome, and she really helped me solidify my first resume that helped me land a job at an astrophysics observatory my first year in college. Like I got an amazing internship. So go to career advancement, practice all those mock interviews, and I really think that's so underrated at UChicago. You want to be there like every single month asking them questions and trying to figure your life out. Those advisors can be super amazing. Just a quick reminder to smash that like button, subscribe down below if you haven't already. It really helps this channel out, and I would like to get monetized one day, so this will really help me. Thank you so much. Moving on to Polsky. Polsky is actually this innovation and entrepreneurship center sponsored by UChicago. It's like an incubator, and I know they have like venture challenges, and it's super fun, super entrepreneurial. They actually have hackathons every year, and they also have hack nights, and I think hack nights are like on Fridays. I don't know if it's every Friday or every couple of Fridays, but I'll put the info on the video. It is so fun. They have free pizza, and it's just such a great way to go with your friends, even if you're not someone who codes. Honestly, in this day and age, if you are doing anything STEM related or like even STEM adjacent, political science adjacent, you will need to know how to code. I know it's a stark reality, but like it really is so beneficial in the world at this time, just for you to maximally optimize whatever industry you're in. Code is usually a big part of it, and they have free pizza, and it's just such a cool way to meet people that you might collaborate with in the future. So would recommend going to Polsky. It's an amazing place to study. It's on 53rd Street. That's usually where people live around after you get off dorm. I know dorm is expensive, but once you get off dorm, you're probably going to be around Polsky, and that's a great place to study. It looks like a little tech startup. So would recommend going going there and looking at their events calendar to see if there are any fun things you want to participate in there. Okay, also random interjection. This isn't really like a point on my list of UChicago things you have to do, but like this school is so quirky. They have like this thing. It's like this ball. I got my phone because I don't know how to pronounce it, so we're gonna get Siri to do it. Okay, so the ball's name is
lascivious.
Do you get that? I don't. Lascivious. Wait.
Lascivious.
Lascivious. That's what it is. So there's like a ball. It's a little like more about being free about who you are and gender and nonconformity and just wearing whatever you feel comfortable in. And it's a very interesting concept. I never ended up going, but there's just so many avenues on campus for you to be yourself in whatever way that may be. So it's super cool. If you made it this far in the video, I'm gonna tell you something stupid I did on campus. I don't think anyone really knows except me and my best friend, my roommate Ty. If you go to Bartlett Dining Commons, there's like a big jar of peanut butter. Okay, the moment you walk in, there's like a random massive jar of peanut butter. And I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I was like 17. Okay, this was like when I joined UChicago. I don't know how I got in, but I like took that jar of peanut butter, like the massive, absolutely massive jar of peanut butter, and I literally took it and everyone thought it was so funny. And then I ate the peanut butter. That's probably the dumbest thing I did on campus. Okay, let's move on to more important stuff. Moving on, I would say IOP events. The Institute of Politics on campus is just, it's so stellar. I don't know, like I feel like people know that. Like I feel like everyone on campus knows it, but I don't know, like I just feel like I have to put it on the list because the Institute of Politics is so spectacular. The director is David Axelrod. He's like on CNN, like literally all the time. And he has his own podcast. I don't know how he has time for any of this, but he does have time. And he is super cool. The Institute is amazing. I got to see Obama, I got to see Bernie Sanders, I got to see all of the Clintons, and all of these things, like it's not political science based only. They talk about really important things happening in the globe, and one thing I will say about UChicago, they are very politically aware and care about the globe and making things better. And the way you make things better is becoming better yourself, learning from the best, and learning from people who have experience. So all of these Institute of Politics events, they're literally free. They have free food for you when you go. Like they literally give you free t-shirts. Like I got a free t-shirt when I went to see Obama. I would have paid like hundreds of dollars for that, but instead I got a free t-shirt and I got to sit there and I got to see him speak with David Axelrod. Like it's just super cool. UChicago has really, really great political ties, and you definitely want to make use of that while you're still on campus. I would give anything to have that experience again, but I'm not in Chicago, unfortunately. The next is gonna be Summer Breeze. This is very fun. This is literally like your one excuse to not study, like the one day in your 10 weeks of a quarter. This happens spring quarter where you literally don't have to study. There's like an actual carnival on campus. They set up an entire carnival and it is so cool. There's free food literally everywhere, and they bring a famous singer. Like Summer Breeze is a concert that happens. It starts at 5, goes to 8, then there's like 1,000 after parties. There's also 1,000 before parties. It's really like Cancun on spring break, but like on campus for one day. It's like the only day where you see everyone out, like just having fun and not worried about anything. So Summer Breeze, super fun. They literally had the Red Hot Chili Peppers and they had Eminem like on campus. This was in like the early 2000s though. I think when I was there, they had Carly Rae Jepsen and they had the girl who sang the Showers song. I don't know. I listened to Metallica, okay? I don't know. Becky G? I don't know. Anyways, Summer Breeze, absolutely awesome. Would recommend. Do it every single year. It is super fun. Another thing that UChicago does is kuvia, and kuvia is like, okay, this is gonna be the worst explanation ever. And it's not even gonna sound good, but I promise it's good. It's like you wake up every day at like 4:30 or 5 a.m. You walk to this specific spot on campus and there's like 1,000 people there and you all do like morning salutations, you do yoga. They even had like wrestling, and you have all these like a bazillion activities to do in the morning, and they give you free food. There's literally literally always free food on campus. And at the end of it, if you get to Kuvia, you get the stamp every day, you get a free t-shirt. And honestly, it's a big deal. And it's super nice. Like, it's very like mental health awareness, and like you get to wake up, you feel refreshed, you wake up with your friends, and like instead of staying out all night with your friends, which you can do for summer breeze, this time you wake up super early, and it's like the health side of you where you like think of yourself like eating almond butter, waking up at 5 a.m. and going on a run. Like, that's gonna be you for a week. Fancy. The next one, this one's specific to my experience, but you have to go to the astrophysics building and you need to sit on the 5th floor, the lounge on the 5th floor. That's the astrophysics floor specifically. Oh my God, it gives you the most beautiful view of campus. It's such a nice little study spot that literally no one knows about unless you're in physics, because like you would never have a reason to go there, but all of my professors were there. So it was just an absolutely amazing spot. It's right next to Ratner. You could see literally all of campus from up there, and it's just really beautiful. And it just reminds you that, you know, UChicago is a great place, and there's just so many beautiful study spots. Like, you could go to Mansueto, Harper, literally just sit in the middle of quad during spring. It's just super cool. So I would say look out for some study spaces, go to the 5th floor of the Astro building. And the last UChicago thing I would say you have to do, I'm telling you, okay, just hear me out. This is probably the biggest piece of life advice I can give you. Take CS 121. I know that's super specific. I know you're like, hey Priya, like I'm studying something in the humanities or I'm in the arts. That sounds dumb to me. I promise you. Like, if you take CS 121, you will get a job as a data scientist. You will have the job I have. I will literally interview you and give you the job. I'm telling you, CS 121, 10 weeks, you learn all of Python, which is literally the most relevant language in, I don't want to say all of CS, but I feel like it is the most relevant being in that field right now. But oh my God, data analysis like that, like 10 weeks, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard, but you're gonna learn everything you need to know. I think the 120s in CS is absolutely a phenomenal class. I would have to say, like, I know I was a physics major, but that was probably one of my most favorite classes. And I'm not saying I didn't even do that well. I think I got B pluses. I guess that's actually pretty good. It is so useful for everything you would do in the future. Like, if you're worried about getting a job, just take that. And as a backup, like, you could apply to jobs as data analysts or a data scientist. It really teaches you how to think, how to deconstruct abstract problems. And I think that, like, you will thank yourself if you take that course, especially if you're not a CS major. If you're a CS major, you're gonna take CS 150s or 160s, I think. You probably already know Python, but if you're someone who doesn't know Python, this will give you skills that I can't even explain. You just learn how to think so broadly. That class is amazing. The professors literally wrote the textbook. Like, they have office hours like every day, and it's such a great way for you to go in, ask questions, and really learn CS, because I know people try to learn how to code after college. Like, so many people I know try to learn how to code after college because they realize the importance of it after college. And it is so hard learning by yourself. Let me tell you, like, it's so hard to be motivated. Also, CS is something that, like, if you're teaching yourself your first language, it's not gonna happen that easily. So taking it at UChicago, CS 121, you will thank me in 4 years once you graduate. Well, that is it from me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed or hit that thumbs up, I don't really know what you're waiting for, so you should do it. Thank you so much. If you have any video ideas, let me know down below, and I will see you guys at the next one.